All right, here we go. It's been a while since I've done a voiceover. Coming back from being sick with COVID, feel a little tired and slow here, but Will does pretty good with offensive grips. I'm kind of being a little bit slow. I could have pulled that faster and not ended up getting jumped over. And Will was just, you got a little bit too far there. You got to learn how to back out, just throw a knee in there to not get rolled. I did that old school judo scarf hold armbar Komura thingy. That's the name of it. Old school judo Komura armbar thingy. We reframe, gripping around. I'm being slow as a dinosaur. Probably have my elbows out a little bit too far there. He takes a decent shot, probably just not in enough, you know what I mean? And I get my frames and hooks back in. Just always trying to get good angles and stuff. Will does a good job having my one arm and I'm having to counter a lot. And he actually does a good job and I'm kind of just being a little bit slow here just to play around a little bit, but he does a good job almost countering that. He's slipped out a few of those standing guillotine snap down attempts. But then I roll through and I was trying not to neck crank him there. I was trying to settle down with my right knee coming down to a mount, and then you can get the guillotine once you're settled in good from there. And I try to settle in nicely to actually make it a choke. But sometimes in that whole process, it's just your neck is getting turned and you're just all right, stop. So we don't really want to be putting wear and tear on our necks. Especially Will's had a tweaked neck for a couple months. So one thing, it's a tough balance. When you watch wrestling, college wrestling is 2-minute rounds. Olympic wrestling is quick. And if you're putting the gas pedal down for a long time in jiu-jitsu, you're going to wear yourself out. Especially you see a lot of pro matches where guys will if someone collar ties me and if I throw you off and I do that for 10 minutes, I'll start to get worn out. So it's kind of good to re-pummel in instead. Here I'm trying to pummel my right knee and keep it. I'm sorry, that's my left knee. Pummel my left knee to the far hip to keep him flat instead of knee sliding. Because if I was knee sliding, he would probably be able to come up a little bit more. So I pummeled both my knees in to get to the mount there. And I'm trying to stick them there. I kind of would have liked to go for that shotgun armbar, underneath my arm. If you kind of turn to an S mount, Marcelo does that kind of shotgun armbar there. I'm just I think he's not really, it almost the guy has to, he's not committed to grabbing me. So it's a little bit just how he's going. I feel if I loosened up there at all, he would have went there. But also, I should probably drill that a little bit more, that shotgun armbar. I just do a different style of armbar there, so I haven't practiced it enough lately. And then I just kind of let him up, re-pummel. He pummels in here. I'm just trying to mess around with some things here. This is a good position to honestly drill from. Start from here for both guys. Guy behind works on pummeling, and he actually got me down pretty good here. I was just kind of messing around and playing with standing here and working on trying to stay to my feet. And I did not want to be put down to my knees and got hooks in. So I was definitely down here for way longer than I wanted to be. Kind of started somewhat playful, but then I was Will does a great job of keeping pressure here. And then I'm my head's on the wall. So I didn't really want to be down here. See how the wall messes up the chair sit? It's just kind of annoying. Oh man, he does a great job actually. Great job, Will, of like trying to scoop me away from the wall to do your chair sit. You know what I mean? And you have the arguments like, oh well, you know, self-defense. If we're fighting in the street, like you can't control where a wall is, 100%. But you probably won't be worried about a chair sit, you know, out there. So I mean, you definitely got to train both and be good at wall. But it's just like the style is a little bit different. And man, and he's on my back pretty good. I'm just trying to survive here and like slowly get out. He kicks me off. I'm hand fighting out, trying to get, and I get back. So then I realize I get back to this position and I go for like a big, man, I should know the name of that kind of throw, but like it's like a Uchimata variation. Almost like try to go around to a guillotine, couldn't reach it, so grab the far lat. Throw for the, I think it's a Sotogari, like from the far hip through it. And then Will recovered to his knees, and then was on my hand there. He was on his knees, and then I went head and arm, and then finished the throw Uchimata, so it wouldn't be over rotating when we went down. And then I ended up in a mount, and then like transitioned to triangle. So good round though. He was heavy, stayed really good on top.